Welcome to another episode of nrvta Influenced. I'm sitting here with Ryan from Millers in Motion. And Ryan, looks like you're by yourself, but Millers, tell us a little bit about your channel and, of course, your significant other who may not be here right now.
Could have brought a picture and just set it right there. So it's my wife and I. We are new to the RV world. We've been traveling and living in our Solitude fifth wheel for about 7 months now.
Gotcha.
We record pretty much a whole lot of everything that we do wrong, which is daily and abundant.
All right. So it's not a how-to, it's how not to.
Pretty much. I mean, we figure out the how-to eventually.
Right. But that's how you learn a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Now, your background's a little bit different, you know, and it actually kind of fits in with RVing, right? Now, you have a travel agency.
We do, yep. I have my business partner and myself have a travel company. We do all kinds of things, but specifically what I focus on is kind of group and special events internationally. So the kind of fun, big, random things that you see pop up.
So do you take the information that you have gleaned from, you know, having that business to now applying it to RVing?
Trying to.
So can't do it internationally in a lot of cases, maybe Mexico, maybe Canada, but you know, there's still, you know, where you're going to these events, there's a lot of things that are taking place. When you guys travel, do you do the same thing, try and plan these, you know?
We do, except obviously we're doing it for ourselves versus for other people. That's actually kind of the goal of the channel down the road, is to be able to plan bigger events for other people that might be a little apprehensive of getting into it. And be able to do things because we already have that infrastructure from a group and special event internationally. And one of the coolest feelings ever is having somebody that's apprehensive to go to Mexico or the Dominican or Europe or whatever, for whatever reason, but they still want to do it and they overcome that fear and go do it. One of the coolest things is watching their eyes light up when they realize that it's just absolutely amazing, and then they get hooked on that travel bug. And so that's that same feeling we're trying to get into the RV space.
And there's a lot of people who that's the only way they will travel, especially in their RV if they're going international, is with a group of others, right? Safety in numbers, and you know, having someone who's experienced, knows the places are going, everything else.
We actually measure that metric too.
Right.
So anybody that goes on our group trips, the number of people that rebook, at least with us, if they don't, then we messed up.
Right.
But the people that rebook with us, we almost have, I think it was like 62% first time international travelers or to the country we're in actually rebook with us to either another international destination or back to that destination individually. So we pride ourselves on that number extensively.
Now, will you be doing some of those, you know, same trips for RVers, you know, and keeping it domestic, or at least maybe, you know, within the 48 states?
So I unfortunately flew over the U.S. a whole lot, right? I mean, Mexico's great, Canada's great, but when you're air traveling, you're missing all the in-between stuff. And so at the moment, the focus of our channel is really the destination, or I'm sorry, the journey, versus the destination. That's fun too. So once we kind of have a better understanding, and we've been in it maybe for a year or two, then we absolutely want to do things that bring people together and allow them to experience things they might not have otherwise experienced.
Okay. Now, you said you've been RVing for all of 7 months. Still in the
veteran.
You know, exactly right. You're still in the you know, eye-opening experience. Even within the last 7 months, anything you do different?
Everything. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's you don't know what you don't know. Right. So there's a massive learning curve, and YouTube and you guys are a wealth of information, but till you physically get your hands on it, it's like our rig is a great example. We absolutely love our floor plan of our rig. You and I had a conversation the other day about, but why is it so heavy in the back and the chucking, and maybe it's time to switch out my kingpin box to help adjust that. And so, I mean, in retrospect, I almost kind of wish I had gone with a used rig that had already been broken 47 times in 3 days, that had been fixed. But at the same time, too, it's nice to have a warranty as well. So
So yeah, and typically that's what we see is, you know, an RV that's about 3 years old. That's typically probably the best time to buy it. 99% of it's already fixed. You know, it was just that last thing that whatever broke. That was what they said. That's it, out of here. You purchased it at that point. Like most of it's already fixed. You know, now with new RVs, again, it's a moving house going down the road. It's going to break. They're popular, so they're making them out faster than probably they should.
Well, I've gotten really good at breaking it. So.
Right. All right. Now, with your travels, you said that you're, right now it's still just learning it, and it's just okay. We're going to experience this.
Right.
Okay. Do you have, a set timeline, for when you may transition into doing something else, or is it just more totally open? We'll do this whenever we finally get everything down.
Yeah. So my whole life, and I think my wife would attest to this, I've been very ready. Yeah. Thanks, babe. It's been very regimented and very structured, all the way from playing team sports here in Texas and all the way through college and other things. And so we're really taking this as an opportunity to kind of just let's see what happens and stand back. It's terrifying and awesome all at the same time.
So terrifying and awesome. What's terrifying about just being free?
I'm a planner.
Right.
I enjoy planning. I mean, it's literally what I do for a living most days. It's either financial analysis for the company, trying to determine its ROI, whether or not we want to invest in a new company, a new division of the travel company, those types of things. And then structurally inside of what we do every day, we're literally just planning groups, and those people want to know where they're going, what they're doing before we ever go. So I plan everything, and that's how I came into the RV side. But at the same time too, I'm realizing that you can't necessarily do that all the time. So we're taking a conscious step backwards away from that, and maybe having still reservations in places when we go there, but
Sure.
outside of that, kind of winging it as much as we possibly can.
There we go. So tell us a little bit about your channel, where we can find you.
Sure.
And just a little bit, I know that you said that, hey, you're here to experience what we're experiencing at the same time.
Right.
We don't know everything, but we'll figure it out. So where can we find you?
So everything's at Millers in Motion on YouTube. Our website's just millersinmotion.com. We have a tendency to go towards food because, shocking, I like food.
Right.
We use an archaic system. I just fire up a smoker and let people come to me, and then they kind of just come. So, which is good because we normally have plenty of food for everybody.
All right, so Millers in Motion. This is Ryan. All right, thank you for the information. We'll be seeing you down the road with what you're doing. I'm definitely interested in watching because I love watching new RVers. Yeah, kind of like watching new parents, right? You're like, oh, bless your heart.
Yeah, no pointing and laughing ever.
Well, thank you for being here, and that is another episode of nrvta Influenced. Thank you, Ron.
Absolutely.
All right, look at there.